Purchase your tracks today.
Yes, indeed, on a Monday evening, Pastor Rob here with you, and this is Jamaican Explosion for you, coming straight to you from the Atlanta area, going out to the world. Pastor Rob here. Jamaican Explosion, we got quite exciting episode for you this evening. Go tell a friend, tune us in. Make sure you tune in and enjoy the beautiful program this evening. Immediately, in a couple of minutes, coming up, I will have Miss Sharando Farrell, a voice, stage, and screen actress, executive producer, writer, producer, and director of audiovisual content. She's the CEO of the Yard Bridge. Coming up in a couple of minutes right here. Alongside that, this evening, we have Miss Norma Dawkins, and she'll be speaking to us from the Ofana. She's going to be a Ofana representative this evening, speaking to us. Yeah. Big things happening up in the place this evening. And later on, I got none other Mr. our favorite artist coming back here to speak with me this evening just for a second about his new release, and that's going to be Mr. Rowan Clark, recording artist. So how are you doing this evening, this beautiful Monday fall evening? The mornings have gotten a lot cooler here in the Atlanta region, and during the course of the day, this still reminds us of what summer was. Yeah, now it's fall, and we have the fall weather coming in. I'm enjoying it. Next week will be Halloween, okay? And soon after that, we'll have a presidential election right here in the United States of America. So it is my pleasure to bring Jamaican Explosion to you this evening. Stick and stay. Don't you touch that dial as we continue to bring to you the very best in Jamaica from abroad and home, from home and abroad. And it's me, Pastor Rob, here with you all the way to 10 o'clock this evening. Miss Debbie Jarrett's going to be reporting to us from Orlando this evening, giving us an update of certain things that are happening within the Orlando area. And I can't wait for that update this evening. So stick and stay. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. This is the place to be. Jamaican Explosion. Yours truly, Pastor Rob, as we continue.
Purchase your tracks today.
Yes, indeed. I see that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead without any further ado and bring to you on the Jamaican Explosion stage for the very first time Miss Sharando Farrell. Welcome to Jamaican Explosion this evening. Now let's turn her on here and get her on screen. How you doing, Miss Sharando? Good to have you with us on Jamaican Explosion this evening. All right.
I'm
Coming
good.
out with,
Can you hear me?
yes, loud and clear.
Awesome.
All right.
Good to be here, Pastor Rob. How are you?
I'm doing great. You know, as they say in the pastor world, blessed and highly favored.
Amen. Give me some of that
Yes.
now. I want some of the blessing and the favor too,
No,
man. Give
no,
me, man.
no,
Give me.
don't worry, don't worry. Just hold up your hand and receive it right now in the name of
Oh,
Jesus.
hallelujah. Thank you.
Yes.
Amen. Amen.
All right, Miss Sharando, Farrell. Okay. Wow, what a impressive resume that I see ahead of me today, and
Thank
to
you.
know that you are a homegrown, born Jamaican actor.
Mm,
All right,
mhm.
tell me how this got started.
Oh, wow. All right. So it actually got started in church, you know. Look at us now, right?
Yes, I know, sir.
So
Go
so
ahead.
my dad was a bishop before he passed, and my mother is a pastor. She's still with us, thank God. And so it
Yes,
all
sir.
started in church,
Mhm,
where you go Sunday school, and then you have your little performance here and there and whatnot. And that's how the performance bug bit me. On a
yeah.
professional level, however, it started
Mhm,
when I was about 16 years old, when I got my first break in Lime Tree Lane. If you remember Lime Tree Lane,
mhm,
it's a while back, right?
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Um,
Mhm,
and that's where I got my professional break on television. And soon after
mhm.
that, I got introduced to doing voiceovers for commercials. And then soon
Okay.
after that, like about a year and a half after that, I did my first stage play, and it just propelled from there on. And that was about 30 years ago.
Wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow. And I know 30 years don't even feel like anything these days, you know. As soon as you turn around, 30
It
years
fly
run
fast,
off.
man.
For real, for real, for real. So now tell me, explain to me the experience of doing acting in Jamaica, because we can understand the Hollywood thing here in the United States. Explain to me how that is in the as you get started,
Uh,
little theater and the different
for,
places, I guess.
Fortunate enough, I'm able to do a bit of a comparison, having lived in LA for a while too. But
All
in
right, okay.
Jamaica, there's a there's a rawness. There's been a rawness coming. I mean, it's very different now. The
Mhm,
landscape has changed quite a bit. There's a
mhm,
movie, a television show, HBO television show that was shot here 2 years ago or 2.5 years ago. That's coming out in November. Get Millie Black. That myself and a number of other Jamaican actors are involved in. But that is
yeah,
no. When we just started, those opportunities were not as common. People
mhm,
really only external producers, filmmakers, TV show people mainly saw Jamaica as a backdrop, so it's just a pretty place to shoot their films and television shows. What is happening now is our culture has gotten so rich, and also there's so many more of us spread out across the diaspora that we have an opportunity to actually tell our own stories. But back in the day, it wasn't like that. It was a challenge to get a work. I existed a lot in voiceovers. That's
mhm,
where I
mhm.
made my money. I worked on Fame FM for a number of years, and so I was on in the top five, to get called to the voiceovers, and I did announcer voice as well as character voices. So that's where I existed for a while. And
Mhm.
also I did theater for like 13 years back to back. I was just on stage, on stage, on stage until I became a
Mhm.
mother. And then I had to kind of step back and start to take care of my kids. But I can't think of a theater space in Jamaica that I haven't been blessed enough to perform in, certainly in
Great.
Kingston.
Mhm.
And when there was a band theater, when there was a new Kingston theater, all of that,
Mhm.
little theater, ward theater. I did the ward theater. That was a whole other experience, and so on and so forth. So acting in Jamaica has been an interesting trajectory, because 30 years ago, it was
Mhm.
a little bit more of a challenge to get in front of a camera anyway, to talk about the movie. Oh, you talk about them something you're going to do, they got foreign, right?
That's
But
right.
now it's a lot
Mhm.
easier. There are more opportunities, put it that way, that are coming
Okay.
our way. And if it's not coming from outside, we're producing our own content in Jamaica.
Yes, and I'm glad you brought that point up, because I believe I overheard you in interview speaking about opportunities for Jamaican actors on a whole, and I don't know how long ago that was, but I believe that's something that is a sentiment of yours, that the movies that are filmed in Jamaica, that they are actually at least they get some Jamaican actors involved.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. That's a pet peeve of mine. Where there was a conversation. I was talking specifically about the One Love film.
Mhm.
And there it's a pet peeve of mine when
Yeah.
the conversation is that we don't have actors in Jamaica that can fill certain roles. Don't get me
Mm.
wrong, I'm not knocking the choice of any casting director. Every casting director has the choice who they
That's correct.
choose to play a particular role, and that's fine. When I do casting, I choose who I want as well. So that's not it.
Mm.
But when there's a conversation that says we don't have actors of a certain caliber, or we don't have enough actors of a certain caliber who can play these roles, I'm insulted by that. Particularly when myself and other actors that I know who can actually do the work never even got called to an audition. So we know that we're
Mm.
there, we're just not being found, or we're not being recognized for what we can actually bring to the table, or rather bring to the camera. So yes, that's a pet peeve of mine, and maybe walk around and wave a flag and complain about it all the time. You know, you can't say we don't exist if you don't give us an opportunity to show you what we
True.
can do.
Well, somebody got to be the ambassador, so somebody had to stand up and shout it and let people understand it. A place as talented as Jamaica, we have so much talent. So I can't see why they would skip over the those that are native and even those that are in the diaspora and offer them roles. And real
I mean,
authentic Jamaicans.
yeah, there are a number of reasons, and again, I've done casting and living in LA. I understand that there are a number of reasons. There are
Mhm.
some films where you have to be Screen Actors Guild. You
Mhm.
have to be in particular guilds or unions or whatnot to be a part of it. I mean, I understand that aspect of it. So I'm not
Yeah.
knocking again the casting process. My
Mhm.
issue is when you say we
Mhm.
not exist, don't say this. We may not be right for that
Mhm.
particular role, but don't say we don't
Mhm.
exist, because we have a plethora of talented actors and actresses in Jamaica and within the diaspora.
Okay, that's a great point. Well taken, and I hope folks are listening and they're hearing. Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us on the Jamaican Explosion this evening. Welcome to the program this evening. If you're just joining, Sharando Farrell, actress, producer, and also tell us a little bit about Yardbridge, CEO of Yardbridge. Introduce the audience to Yardbridge.
So Yardbridge Entertainment came out of the time I lived in Los Angeles. So I went to do a master's degree in film and media production, and
Mhm.
at the New York Film Academy, Burbank, California. And I was invited to stay back as a lecturer. And naturally, I took up the opportunity. And I taught there for a number of years. And
Mhm.
while I was there, I remember there was a particular television show. I'm going to make them something remain nameless. Done. There was a particular television show that did Jamaicans in the best way, because again, they didn't cast Jamaicans for the main roles. They cast people who wanted to sound like Jamaicans. And I remember, because my
Mhm.
friends knew that I was living in LA at the time, the amount of phone call, text message, Facebook message, WhatsApp me get for say, what? Oh, you're there, LA? And I disagree and I say, hello, I thought me not want to people same thing. Yes, and I said, there's a process that this has to go through. And then I realized that the
That's right.
challenge that we were having is that we weren't the ones responsible for telling our stories. And if you're not
Mhm.
responsible for telling your story, you cannot complain how you are depicted or represented. And I
Mm.
remember we got through one period of fasting and prayer. And I said to God, I said, if this is where you want me to be, you have to guide me. Give me the name and everything, show me where you want. And so
Mhm.
Yardbridge came to me in a one dream. The name came to me in a dream. And I sat down one night and me write must about 15 different taglines and whatever until it eventually came to me, Caribbean stories, global audiences, because essentially that's what we're doing. We're creating
Right.
stories in the Caribbean for
Right.
a global audience, because the
Mhm.
idea is not just to create for local consumption, because we do the work now, and this is our job, this is our profession, this is what we do. So we have to eat for food, we have to make money off it. And if our focus is on just creating for the locals in Jamaica, we're going to starve. So we're creating it for a global audience. That when the consumption is higher, then what it means is the earning power is better. So Yardbridge came out of the need to basically bridge the gap, if you will, between
Mhm.
Jamaica and by extension the Caribbean to the rest of the world. And so that's what we do. We create content locally for global consumption.
Okay, great. Well put. Wow, that is just great.
We got
CME,
plenty here in case you never
yes. Okay. Did you freeze out on me there, or okay? Let me see if we still have her here. Okay. Okay. Let me see if we have her back here. Okay, so as I said, once again, we have with us, and it seems to have a little connection problem here coming in this evening, but we have Miss Sharonda Farrell with us, and we're working to get it up to par here. She's coming all the way from Jamaica, so we have a little delay there, but we'll work on getting it going here in a second uh, with us as she reconnects in a second right here. Oh yeah, so it was speaking to Miss Sharondo Farrell, and she's going to reconnect in just a second. Restream here. Just going to work with it sometimes and get her back here. She's also she just spoke to us about being the CEO of Yardbridge Entertainment, a film and media production company with a focus on telling Caribbean stories for local and global audiences, as well as training Caribbean creativities. Okay, so she'll be back with us here in a second. She's also one of the founders of the Nancy House and a director of the Women in Film and Television Jamaica mentor, trainer, and mother. So we're gonna wait for her to reconnect with us here at the Jamaican Explosion here, and hopefully she'll do that in a couple of seconds or so, and we'll have her. Okay, here she come back. I think I hear her coming back on right here, and we'll have her as soon as she turns that camera back on. We'll have her here and be able to put her back on screen. Okay, yeah. Sorry about the interruption. Just yeah, coming all the way from Jamaica, sometimes you get a little, it's all internet, so sometimes you get a little freeze. Okay, are you hearing me now? Okay, it seemed like she's, yeah. Are you hearing me? Okay. Sharando, are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yes,
Can you hear
I'm
me?
hearing you now. Okay.
I'm so sorry. The internet is a little sketchy.
Yeah.
Really sorry about that.
No, that's all right. That's all right. We're gonna work with it. We're gonna make it work because we understand that it's the internet age, so folks are listening this evening and they want to hear you speak. Yeah, so that is great right there. Now, you were speaking about of course the Yard Bridge. Speak to me about the woman in film and television. Woman,
Okay, so I'm a former vice president for women in film and television.
okay.
And it's another interesting story, but we're not gonna drag out the story. We Can you hear me?
Yes, I could hear you well, very well.
Lovely. Right. So pretty much what it is, it's an international organization, and
Mhm,
our local chapter is Women in Film and Television, the Jamaican chapter.
mhm,
So it existed a number of years ago with some stalwarts in the field, names like Natalie Thompson, Justine Hensel, and those women were handling it back in the day. And
mhm,
then it kind of faded out, if you will. And so myself, Dr. Deborah Hickling Gordon, Nadine Rawlins, both of them are amazing women, and Gabrielle Blackwood, we came together while I was living in LA, and we decided that there has to be a way to reestablish this organization, because we recognize where film and television was going globally, and we wanted to ensure that Jamaica was a part of what's happening, and so that we
mhm,
didn't miss the boat, if you will. And
mhm,
so we came together, we reestablished it in 2019, I think it was. And
Mm-hmm.
then COVID came in 2020 and kind of
Mm-hmm.
slowed us down a little bit. But what our
Mm-hmm.
focus is on in WIFT is about empowering female filmmakers, not excluding the men, because we have men who are members as well. But there is a lack of female representation in certain aspects of film and media. And so the
Mm-hmm.
WIFT is what is called WIFT JA, highlighting the members of WIFT with a heavy focus on our female members. And of course, getting our members in spaces where they can get opportunities to touch on the global marketplace, if you will. So it's another way of putting us in positions where we can be telling our own stories on a global level.
Yes, I love that. I love that. So if there's a female actor out there, definitely you want to get in touch with Sharando, and she'll point you in the right direction, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Okay. So what's new? What are some of the since we're here in the Atlanta and the Florida here and so forth like that, we don't always get the what films are new down in Jamaica, but particularly what have you done lately that we might not have seen here?
Sorry, can you repeat that for me? It broke up just a little bit just now.
I said, what new features or films do you have out there right now that we might not have seen here? Or
Oh, that I'm working on now.
yes, uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Right. So, from the producing perspective, I'm currently in the process of completion of a feature film called The Jamaican Bodyguard. It's going to be the first feature that's done with Yardbridge Entertainment. We've done a number of shorts and we've gotten a number of awards for those, but this is going to be our first feature film. We are also that's one of the features. We're in development of another feature called Jamaica Heat, which taps a little bit into the Dudu story experience.
Mm,
There's also I know, right? Because we love
mm,
controversy and stuff. We're working on a television show, a television show called Rose Hall Shadows, which speaks to a group of teenage children who went to do some research at Rose
mhm,
Hall White House, and
mhm.
them go fast with the farmer business, and then the aunting start, and so it's similar to Stranger Things, but kind of like the Jamaican version, if you will. So those are three of the major projects that we're working on right now. There's another one called The Next Great Jamaican Sprinter that we're in the process of raising funds for. So we're keeping busy. We're keeping busy, and in so doing, we're creating opportunities for Jamaicans in Jamaica and within the diaspora, because is our first goal. So whether it's cast or crew, the
Yeah.
first goal is Jamaicans. So it's Jamaicans here, Jamaicans in the diaspora. And when we exhaust all of that, if we can't find nobody, then we say, all right, fine. Then we will go and seek somebody outside of our lineage, if you will. So the rest of the Caribbean, the African
Mm.
diaspora, and so on and so forth. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Great information right here. And I like the one about the Rosal. Okay, so we'll be looking forward to that that one coming our way pretty soon. Okay, very good. All right. So if there's an aspiring young lady or a gentleman that wants to get into film in Jamaica or in the diaspora, what advice would you give that person?
Well, two things. The first thing is, if you don't really want to do this, don't do it. It's not
Mm,
for the faint of heart. And I mean, as much as it is shifting, entertainment in general is hard work. So what we
mhm,
see when we look on screen is the final product. So we see
mhm,
a movie when it's done. We see a
mhm,
artist performing when it's done, or we see a music video when it's done. We hear a song when it's done. But what we're
mhm.
not normally exposed to is the process of moving from ideation to distribution. So from it just being a thought to when we see
Right.
the final product, and that journey is not an easy journey. Even the greatest of entertainers will tell you, even when they have a lot of money and a lot of connections, it is still a process that you have to go through. So it is not for the faint of heart. Don't get into this business because you're only excited about the end product and you want people to see you and say you're popular and oh my god, I'm in that film. Oh my god, and the makeup is gorgeous and la la. No, this is enough for you. If that's what you want, if it's just the accolades that you're looking for. But if it is something that you are moved to do deeply, because deep down inside, you know that this is your purpose, you can't do nothing else, and you actually want to find a way to influence positive change in mankind, this is the place to go. Because he who controls the media controls the mind. So you will be in a position to create some kind of change in somebody. I can't remember, well, I've watched, there are many films I've watched that I've walked away either with a quotation from it, from the lines, or something about or the character act or something that moves me and make me feel a certain kind of way. That's the power that you will have over human beings. But in order to get to that space, you have to go through the work. So again, if you're not willing to put in that work, go be a doctor, a lawyer, or an Indian chief, something else. This is enough for you. Because it's hard work.
Okay, all right. Indian chief, huh? All right.
I said that? I thought I just had that in my mind.
You can tell. So
all time people thought that man. That's a lawyer, Indian chief.
It's a doctor, lawyer, and Indian chief. Some things I haven't heard since my school days. I'm saying, but yes, it's good to have you. Yeah, it's good to have you here with us, Ms. Sharanda. And will you be coming this way, touring the United States anytime soon, or are you just pretty much stationed in Jamaica? Are you still in Florida?
No, man. So aside from film and television, I'm very, very active in theater. So I'm currently in rehearsal for a play called Sounds from Yard, and that play is being done ready for the diaspora. So we'll be having a couple shows in Jamaica to open, but the purpose of the show is to tour. And we have a very, very interesting cast. We have some Jamaican influencers. We have Raoul Blaze. We have Miss Pearly Grandson. We have Everaldo Creary.
Yes.
Yeah, man, his handle is I Am Pukupu. We have Joan Kenzie and myself who are on stage. We have, Blacka Ellis, who is our director. And we have Omara Maslin from Bekele Studios, who is one of our producers. So we are going to be touring the US, Canada, UK with that particular production. So look out for us. And maybe come back on the show when we start the tour, so we can make people know where we're going to be so that they can actually come out and support us.
Well, you might want to get with us, with me, and then we see if we can book you a place in Atlanta and make sure that you have a spot to land.
Listen, a ramp with me and I'm going to call you. Oh,
no, we're not ramping up now. Okay, 1 second here. Yeah, no, man, on a joke thing, a real thing, for real. Yeah, you know, because we have several Mikey Sparkles. He brought Oliver here 2 weeks ago, so we had Oliver with his last thing. So we have performances that are coming through, so we can definitely work on that in the coming weeks. Okay. And we just got somebody calling in here, and we just have to put them on hold just for a second. Okay. All right. So that sounds good. I'm looking forward to that, and I definitely want to invite you back when that time comes that you get ready to tour, and have you and maybe a few cast members as well on the program.
Oh yes. Oh, we'll be happy to come as a team, as a group, so we can all talk about the you know. So same time, 10 toes down.
Okay, very good. So it's been my pleasure having you here today, and looking forward to actually viewing and seeing some of those productions that you're working on. Looking forward to having you here in the States at some point in time, and I will definitely spread the news for that anyone wants to come to fly down and be an extra. you You know,
Leave
well,
there,
don't
yeah.
be surprised if you turn the corner and Pastor Robert as an extra, you know.
Oh,
We try everything every now and then, you know. You know it go.
I agree.
Yeah,
We're here once, we might as well make the most of it.
that's right. That's right. That's right. But I think this is great information, and it's good that you took the time out to consider us here at Jamaican Explosion, and we are. It's been a pleasure having you. We would like to speak with you a little bit more, but we can't. When something good, you can't just do it all at once. You have to do it in
You know, I've done it.
yeah, man, you have to do it in moderations, you know. So therefore, you give them a little bit now, and then you invite them to come back at a later date so they can hear more about
My
it.
pleasure. My absolute pleasure. Whenever you're ready, just let me know.
Yes, so Ms. Sharonda, is there anything else that you'd like to leave the audience with before we move on here?
I think there's an innate pride in Jamaicans and that we never forget who we are,
Mm,
light
mhm,
world, and sometimes it is easy to take it for granted because it is just a natural
mhm,
part. But then we talk about Jamaican culture.
mhm.
We are made to the world to move them out of into greatness because we were made great. You know, so I think it's important for us as Jamaicans, you know, and hold on to the fact that we just are so much. We make a so God build, we will build different,
Love
and just
that. Love
embrace it.
that.
You know, and as much as you can, spread love and positivity wherever you wins.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sharonda Farrell, actress, producer, and much more, with us here on Jamaican Explosion this afternoon, this night, and we are planning to have her back here. So thanks again for stopping by, and looking forward to having you back here in the future. Okay, have a
Take
blessed
care.
evening. Jamaican Explosion on a Monday evening, 21st of October. Pastor Rob, we here with you.
Purchase your tracks today.
I'm waiting for Miss Norma to turn her cameras on. I believe I see her there from. Yes, 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 yes. Don't be shy, 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 Miss Norma. Okay, we're gonna have
Me.
Miss here. Welcome, welcome to Jamaican Explosion here on a Monday evening. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Let's turn this down a little bit here. Yes, indeed. Miss Norma,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing well this evening. Good to have you here with us this evening. Norma Dawkins,
Yes,
a doctor, uh, uh,
thank you.
a graduate of Jamaica School of Agriculture,
Yes,
Ofano, a representative of Ofano, and I'm glad you took the time out to join us here this evening, and you're gonna just kind of fill us in on what Ofano is, and give us a little rundown to those that have never heard of Ofano. Hmm.
yes, thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it. Giving me this time to share with your audience what Ofana means and what we do. So,
Yeah.
Ofana is All Farmers Association North America. And
Hmm.
it involves students who have graduated from Jamaica School of Agriculture, College of
Hmm.
Agriculture, and now College of Agriculture Science and Education. And as a
Okay.
group, what we do
Hmm.
is to foster the idea of continuing agriculture education in Jamaica. So we want College of Agriculture, Science and Education to be the premier agriculture college within the Caribbean. What we do to facilitate this process here in North America, we have fundraisers yearly. We have one in the northern region, and
Mm-hmm.
this year we are having one in the Georgia region.
Wow.
What we do with these funds that we get from the different fundraisers that we do is to provide scholarships to
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
students at the college. We also provided funds to build a plant tissue culture lab. And
Mm-hmm.
in addition to that, during COVID, we have also provided over 150 laptop computers for students because instruction was being done from home because of the COVID pandemic. We have also we have also included primary school. So what we are doing, we are going from bottom up. So we're trying to engage schools at the primary school level so
Mm-hmm.
that they can be aware of agriculture, the importance of agriculture now and also beyond. So what we do, as I said, is to foster, do whatever we can to let individuals know that agriculture education is very, very important. Because when we look at the world population, we
Mm-hmm.
still have a large portion of the world that undergoes starvation.
Yes,
So
yes.
for us, as graduates from the Jamaica School of Agriculture, we're trying to continue to sustain that
Mm-hmm.
type of education that will make sure that
Yeah.
at no time we Jamaicans will go hungry because we cannot produce our own food, and also the technology that is involved. So at times people when they think of agriculture, they're just thinking of the O and the pick. We have long past that. Agriculture has evolved to be a real scientific area. So
Mm-hmm.
when you look at things like food science, when you look at things like food microbiology, food engineering, so
Mm-hmm.
having a degree in agriculture actually is a STEM degree, and it allows you to go in any area of the scientific field that you choose to upon graduation. So with that being said, we are
Mm-hmm.
having an evening of elegance in Georgia
Mm-hmm.
at the Holiday Event Center out there in Stone Mountain. The address is 5370
Mm-hmm.
Stone Mountain Highway. And again, it's at the Holidays Event Center. We
Okay.
are inviting your audience to be a part of that program, and also to share their resources with students at at the College of Agriculture, Science and Technology. The
Okay.
ticket cost go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm trying to pull up the flyer while you're speaking, so I'm listening. Okay. All right.
Okay. Okay. And so the tickets are $120, and that
Mm-hmm.
includes, of course, Johnny Daly, Johnny Live Production from Jamaica, also the Rhythms of the Caribbean right there in Atlanta, Georgia, and the
Mm-hmm.
famous DJ Cold Rice. So we are
Okay.
really having a wonderful evening. Dinner will be served. And so the $120 will provide this type of entertainment at the evening of elegance, and also provide funds to assist students at the Jamaica School, at the college. I keep saying Jamaica School of Agriculture because that's my school.
Okay.
But
All right. All right.
currently, the College
Mhm.
of Science, Agriculture, Science and Technology.
Okay. Wow. So that and what? Repeat the date for that again. When that will be here in Atlanta.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What
Right
date?
there in Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
5370 Stone Mountain Highway, Suite
Mm-hmm.
1000. Again, they can sell their uh, donation and the
Mm-hmm.
price of the ticket to Old Farmers North America at gmail.com. So again, the Zelle address is Old Farmers
Mhm.
North America, it's one word, at gmail.com. And
Okay.
they can purchase their ticket there, or they can purchase their ticket on site.
Okay. Wow. So, all right. So we're definitely gonna try to come out and support that one for
Ye-
sure. Okay. And
Yes,
it is so important that this generation get back in touch with agricultural things, and for years things have gone the other way. It's all about
mhm,
computers and modern
yes,
technology and so forth like that. But guess what? We still have to eat. We can't eat a computer chip.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to get back into, and Jamaica is such a fertile place. As
Yes.
it's such a fertile place that it's just a shame to make all that good soil and uh, uh, all that thing that we have down there that is so beautiful go to
Yeah.
waste. So it's good
Yeah.
that Ofano is doing the job of raising the interest. You know,
Yeah.
letting everybody hey guys, hey, we're here too. Yeah, and you said
Mhm.
it's not the older fashion kind of agriculture. I
No.
think you heard that. It has been advanced to 2024 standard, and
Mhm.
provides even another way, another method of employment, and
Yes.
to
Yes.
build up our Jamaican community and Jamaican
Mhm.
the country as a whole. So Fano's doing
Right.
a great job, and I commend you all on doing that. So Miss Norma, thank you again for coming on and giving us such a great introduction. So if someone wanted to get in touch with someone from Ofano, how could they go about doing that?
They can get in touch with Norma Dawkins at 334 four
Mhm.
two one 2272. Again, 334
Mhm.
421 2272.
Okay, very good, very good, very
The
good.
name is right, and I'll answer whatever question they want to answer. And just before we go, I just
Mhm.
also want to point out that agriculture is very important in the United States.
Mhm.
The Department of Agriculture is one of the biggest employers in the United States.
Right.
So we cannot underestimate agriculture and the importance of agriculture.
Yes, a point well taken, and I'm glad that you pointed that. You still have a couple minutes, man. We don't have to rush you off. If there's
Okay.
anything else that you wanted to let us know about Ofano per se, and so there are uh, we're so there are representatives right here in the United States in different states.
Yes, we do. So we have a northern region which include New York, New
Mm-hmm,
Jersey, Connecticut. We
mm-hmm,
also have the Georgia region, which is Georgia, Alabama, and
mm-hmm,
then you have the Florida region,
mm-hmm,
and there was also a Texas region. I'm not sure it's as active now as it used to be. So we had like four. We have four regions.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And
And
you,
so the fund, and so every year the different regions conduct their fundraising effort that
mhm.
goes towards all these things that we're talking about as it relates to promoting and helping to sustain agriculture education in Jamaica. And what we want to also point out, because you have a degree in agriculture, it
Mhm,
doesn't necessarily mean that you have to. It's not just agriculture because people think of planting, but when you think of agriculture, you're thinking of the plant scientists, you're thinking of the food scientists, you're thinking of the animal science. You also spread that over to veterinary medicine. So a degree in agriculture really provides you with that broad base where
mhm.
you can diverse into any era. We have individuals who have graduated from JC who are doctors, so you're not limited to
Yes.
what you can do with
Mhm,
a degree from in agriculture because it is such a strong science-based
Mhm,
field. It gives
mhm.
you that platform where you can move into any direction you choose to.
And just name a couple of the institutions that are here in the States or back in Jamaica that if a aspiring person would like to learn more about a degree in agriculture.
Okay, so for example, after you finish your degree in Jamaica, you can go to
Mhm,
St. Augustine in Trinidad, where they have the School of Veterinary Medicine. You can also come to the United States, where you would attend things like Cornell University, Tuskegee University, University of Georgia, Louisiana State. Those are large
mhm,
land grant institutions in the United States that
mhm.
provide fields in the area of agriculture. And of course, Guelph in Canada is also another school, Rutgers in New Jersey. So there are so many opportunities when you have a degree in agriculture.
Wow, that was
Yeah.
just a wealth of information that you have just provided us to us, Dr. Dawkins. And let me just thank you for taking the time out to come and share a few words about this. And I just want to hear one more time because I didn't have a chance to put the flyer up. Just give them the information of this event that's coming up in the Georgia area. One more time.
Again, the event is November
Mhm,
2nd, 2024
mhm,
at Holidays Event Center,
mhm,
and that's located at 5370
mhm.
75370 Stone Mountain Highway, Suite 1000. The tickets are $120. It include a dinner. We're having DJ Cold Ice from the local Atlanta area. We'll be having Johnny Live from Jamaica, and again, of course, the Rhythms of the Caribbean there in Atlanta has our entertainers. So it's an even pack with great things, great food, great things, great company.
Looking forward to that one, Mr. Cole Rice. I know Mr. Cole Rice is going to do it, and of course, the Rhythm of the Caribbean, they're excellent. So that looks like
Yes,
a great evening,
that's
folks. You heard it right here, at the Jamaican Explosion. That's the place to be on November
the
the second, right?
second. Yes,
November 2nd. You want to make sure that you make your way over to Stone Mountain, and I'll have the flyer up before then on the show, the coming show, so you'll be reminded and that you don't want to miss this particular event right here. So, Miss Dawkins, thank you again for
you.
taking the
Thank
time.
you for having us. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. And
Yeah.
great job. Keep up the good work that you are doing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and I do appreciate you all for bringing to us the great news and the great information, and just keep growing the good food, man.
It sounds like a plan.
Keep going doing the good food. All right,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Miss Dawkins, and we'll have you back
Okay.
at another time.
Again,
Okay, blessing.
again, thank you. Thank you. Looking forward to seeing you there
Oh yes,
and
yes,
some of
yes.
your audience.
Of
Okay.
course, yes, man. That's a must see, and I know since the food is gonna be nice and fresh,
Yes.
we might gotta
Yes.
we're expecting the
For,
best of food.
for sure. And then for those people who are high tech, again, they can sell their payment at All Farmers
Yes.
North America. It's one word at gmail.com.
Okay. Wow. All right, folks, there you have it. Miss
Yep.
Dawkins from Fano, and looking forward to having her back here again sometime near in the near
Yes.
future.
Yes, it would be my pleasure. Thank you.
All right, you have a blessed evening now, okay?
You too. You too. Thanks. Bye bye.
Upon production.
On a Monday night, you're in tune to Jamaican Explosion. Pastor Rob here, and it's approximately 8:50. And we're just glad that you're able to join us this evening. Oh, beautiful show so far. Enjoying this one this evening. Miss Norma Dawkins, Dr. Dawkins from Ofana, stopped by to just speak with us about what's going on from the graduates of the Jamaica School of Agriculture, and looking forward to that event coming up on November 2nd in the Stone Mountain here. I'll have some more information on that as the flyer. I'll put the flyer up for the next the shows that are coming. Earlier on today, we had Sharonda Farrell, actor, producer, all the way from Jamaica, to call in here, and we were able to speak with her about her escapades and in the film industry. And it was definitely a pleasure speaking with her this evening. I got Mr. Rowan Clark, who should be coming on here in momentarily, or is it Miss Debbie Jarrett from Jamaica Cultural Connection from the Orlando area, bringing to us the best of stuff from Orlando. Will be coming up in a couple of minutes. Yes, this is Pastor Rob here on Jamaican Explosion today, and it's my pleasure to bring to you the very best of Jamaica at home and abroad. Just want to say a very big shout out going out to the Atlantic Jamaica Association and all the board members and those there that are doing a great job in representing Jamaica through the association, Atlanta Jamaica Association. So big shouts out going out to the Atlanta Jamaica Association. If you're looking for organization to join up with and really just contribute to Jamaica in your any way that you can to find out about what's going on in Jamaica. I know we have projects that we're doing with Ofano in the works. So at Atlanta Jamaica Association, you definitely want to come on out every second Saturday. Okay. And you become a member and join us as we bring to you the very best of Jamaica at home and abroad. Yes, indeed. Jamaican Explosion here. And I want to say big shouts out going out to Mr. Wesley, Mr. Wesley Graham. How you doing this evening, Wesley? And I know you have a party coming up pretty soon here. I got so much things here that we want to share with the audience this evening, and I'm trying to get some stuff open here so you could see a few of these flyers. Okay, let's see here. Okay, Mr. Wesley has a party coming up. Let me see if I could get it here. Okay, yeah. Let's try to get it on screen here. Here we go. Okay. Wesley presents our round robin, Sweet Vibes, and that's also on November the 2nd. And it's early 8030 Rockbridge Road, Latonia, Georgia. So Mr. Wesley Graham will be presenting Round Robin Sweet Vibes, and that's going to be taking place on November the 2nd, okay, at 8030 Rockbridge Road, Latonia, Georgia. And you want to put that one on your calendar and go support Mr. Wesley on that particular day. Yes, indeed. We're here at Jamaican Explosion this evening, and oh wow, just a wonderful show so far. Waiting for Miss Debbie to come on. I believe it's Debbie. I'm not sure, or it's Rowan. One of those will be on here momentarily to let us go into the next segment here. Okay, on Jamaica Explosion. Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's go back here and play a little tune or so to keep you going this evening. Jamaica Vibes selections. Yes, sir. You need to clock on in right now and tune in. We're waiting for you on the screens right here. All right. Very good. So we have Mr. Rowan Clark getting ready to sign on here on Jamaican Explosion this evening. Do remember, if you want to contact us, speak with us about something that you may have going, you might want to go to my YouTube page. If you go to my YouTube page and you're able to join the chat, if you have an event that you would like for me to hear about, you could go to my YouTube page, join the chat, and I will open the chat overlay for you so you could come up and join the chat here on Jamaican Explosion this evening. Just an event that you have going on or some information that you might believe to be pertinent to the Caribbean community, Jamaican Caribbean community in the Atlanta area. Wouldn't mind chatting with you just here until our next guest comes on, Pastor Rob. And of course, we got Mr. Rowan Clark coming up. He has a brand new single that was released last week, and we're going to speak with him a little bit about it.
Hot production.
Purchase your beats today. Purchase your beats today. Purchase your beats today. Purchase your beats today. Purchase your beats today.
Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today. Production. Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today.
Getting ready to come on is none other than Mr. Rowan Clark. I see he's trying to log in here so we could get a chance to listen to that brand new rhythm that he's got out. He's tuning in right here. Mr. Rowan Clark, welcome back to the Jamaican Explosion screen. It's good to have you with us this evening. How are you doing, sir? You got your mic on, sir. Does your mic make sure you got that sound, that volume on?
Huh?
Because we're seeing you, but we're not hearing. Yeah, I'm hearing you now. So what's going on, man?
Oh, you hearing me
How are
now?
things with you?
Greetings.
Yes.
Greetings. God is good.
Great.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm doing fine.
Okay, as we say, you say God is good, but we say all the time, and all the time.
God is good. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Good to have you back with us this evening, and I think I haven't had you back since the performance of International Evening of Praise.
Definitely.
Yeah, man, you did an excellent job that evening, man. I think you tore the place down. You brought the place down that particular
God be
evening.
praised.
God be praised. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we understand that since then, you have been on some brand new escapades, so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah, we have this as I told you, this EP that become available on the 17th, and we're just pushing it now to the highest limit, you know.
So it became available on the 17th. That was last week.
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about this particular EP, as
Project.
you said. This project.
Yeah, it's a roots gospel, 7 tracks. And
Okay.
yeah, we're just using it we're sending it in the name of the Lord, you know, and just want to reach hearts all over. My dream is always for souls to be uplifted, you know, when they hear the message in the song, you know,
Okay.
to have Rowan Clark as your favorite, because it speak to you. Yeah, but we're definitely pushing this. We're on in the heat, like just as how the politicians are campaigning, we're campaigning. we're
Okay.
promoting
Okay.
to the best of our ability.
So,
Yeah.
so on this particular compilation right here, what are some of the special songs that you have that will be advertised? Okay.
Well, to begin, I think we have repent. and I also
Okay.
have a story behind that. And we have Give Him Thanks, one of the people's favorite too. We
Mm-hmm.
have Disrupt Atmosphere. We have
Mm-hmm.
Season,
Mm-hmm.
and we have God Will Provide, and
Mm-hmm.
we have God Is Calling You.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in this compilation, there's a couple of older ones and some newer ones. So it's a combination.
No, it's seven new ones. Seven new ones introducing to the people.
All right. So I guess
Yeah.
in time I will get some of the newer ones sent to me so I could actually give them some here play
No
right
man,
there.
the DJ have it sorted out, man. If we need to, which we need to, introduce them at least two. But we, yeah, because it's up now. I was telling him because we spoke earlier. You can just it's out and available, so we
Right.
don't have to even go back to email and all.
Mhm.
You can play it through because it also profit the artists, and
Mhm.
when you play it like that also.
Yeah. Let me see
I
this
know
one
it's
here
tough,
that
I
I
know
have
it's
got
tough, you
going
still
on.
believe it. God will provide. That's why we put it in a song and then we sing it. He always provides. Yes. Oh, it's written in the word. Oh my God, what the word. Oh, he said, and I'm gonna believe it. Yes. Oh, yeah. I know it's
So that's, that's only a small version of one that was sent.
Oh yeah, that's
Okay.
just
This one
a
is called,
promotional. That's a promotional video.
okay, it's a promotional video, with this one called
Yeah.
God Will Provide. Okay, and that was released on October the 17th. That was last week. Okay. All right. Okay. So tell us about that piece. Give me a little give me a little background on that. So Rona, okay. All right. So we have Mr. Rowan Clark with us, and that particular piece is called God Will Provide. And we're gonna start it over here again.
I know it's tough, I know it's tough, you still believe it. God will provide. That's why we put it in a song and then we sing it. He always provides. Yes. Oh, it's written in the word. Oh my God, what the word. Oh, he said, and I'm gonna believe it. Yes. Oh, yeah. I know it's
Okay, so there we have it. Mr. Rowan is with us. Temporarily, I think he got just disconnected there for a second. We'll wait until he rejoins us here in a few minutes. Okay, so folks, this is the Jamaican Explosion on Monday evening, approximately 9, straight up at 9 o'clock within the Atlanta area. And it's my pleasure being in with you this evening as Mr. Rowan reconnects here. And we're going to bring him back to the screens once again. Yeah. So that one was entitled Rowan, God Will Provide.
Yes.
That, okay. All right. Okay. All right. So tell us a little bit more about. You said it's on YouTube already. Did you say that?
And yeah, it's on all the available platforms, all of them.
Okay.
TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
Amazon, Music, all of them, Apple Music,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, all of them. It's out there. Visa, Tidal, all of them.
Okay. All right.
SoundCloud.
Mm-hmm. All right. So there's not going to be any kind. So that was a release party last week, or was just what was that?
No, we this is actually, yeah, I'm glad you asked about that. We're trying to found out is that most times when for those of us who leave Jamaica and we're still here doing
Mm-hmm.
like music in the US. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't get it in Jamaica,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people don't know. For the music, people are looking every day from all over the world for what is coming out of Jamaica. So even for like me, who I did like my last album launch was 2001. So when I did
Mm-hmm.
that, I didn't push it in Jamaica. So Jamaica is still saying, "Run, stop singing," or "He's silent for long," or I'm finding out that's the if you want to make it up, you have to start there. Because
Okay.
even the other day I spoke to like Nadine Blair one day last
Mm-hmm.
week, and she was like, "Man, you just give us two good songs and leave." Because I leave right after everything. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's like, even though I have an album that I did since I leave there, like two,
Mm-hmm.
um, they don't have them. So you have to you have someone doing some groundwork there, or you go there and spend some time and do some stuff for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So you can work your way up, and that from then when you have the connections, you can send stuff to them and do the right thing. But so far,
Mm-hmm.
I want to say God is good, because we're getting some connections with this, which is well needed.
Yeah.
And
Uh-huh.
also we're planning, as we talk, we're planning
Mm-hmm.
the launch there sometime in the early new year.
Okay.
Can work our way up.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you're saying basically the and we're talking about reggae gospel now. Most of it
Yes.
has to work its way up through the Jamaican system before it comes here into the States or the
Yeah,
UK
man.
port. Uh-huh. Okay. So why is it important for it to start there? Does it get more airplay on the radio stations there or on the video shows and so forth?
Right. Like for example, like if you like for me, with some of the things I used to like, because project with my cousin, Short House
Mm-hmm.
Production is his label. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm the artist. So we're planning like his because even last week, like the guy that did the engineering and all and mixing all the album and all,
Mm-hmm.
he has some real like good connections.
Mm-hmm.
And I did ask you about a couple, like, which so like we want to make sure we reach out to the right people and have this not just to the gospel stations, but to the radio stations on a whole. And then when you sit down like I'm doing now, for
Mm-hmm.
example, like on TVJ or CVM, and then if
Mm-hmm.
you can get on Winford show and do stuff like this, you have to just
Right.
do your groundwork. Let your
Yeah.
voice be heard, let your face be seen again, and let people know, hey, I
Mm-hmm.
might be absent for a little bit, but I'm still here doing good stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, we have to make ourselves be present again, and then from there we push, never to return, by the will of God.
Okay, so looking forward to that, Rowan, to hearing more about that escapade and the time when you will actually go down to Jamaica and actually have that release, the album release down in Jamaica with these new songs and so forth like that. And we have had you here before, but it might be a person that is just hearing uh, experiencing you for the very first time, or just seeing you for the very first time. Rowan, tell us a little bit about your start in the gospel arena, just for folks that might just, they may have. I know you said it on the show before, but you could just give them a little, background on yourself and so forth like that.
Okay, how we started out in the music. All right.
Yeah.
As I say all the time in every interview, everything
Hmm.
start in the church. I will give that props to nobody but the King of Kings. Like with sometimes like we start out shy when they ask us to sing back in the days. We would try to run our stuff like that
Hmm.
until we become brave enough to stand up and really um put it out there. And then sometimes you don't see the good in you that other people see in you.
Hmm.
And different choir leaders will say you're gonna lead that song, and we say no, but we end up leading it anyway.
Hmm.
And from then when talent is discovered, you work upon it until you say, hold on, you use a little topic and you say, but wait, I have a little writing skill going on, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And then
Yeah.
working my way up um in the church until we end up enter like the JCDC festival two
Mm-hmm.
times
Mm-hmm.
and was placed second in '04. But
Mm-hmm.
the song that's a redo with what that I did Anonymous Rhythm, Satan Kingdom, is actually 20 years old,
Oh, really? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
My song Anonymous Rhythm, is not a new song, but a bunch of people may not know.
Right, right.
But those who was there going on all the road shows with me in Jamaica, they know.
Okay. All right.
That
Okay.
yeah. And then I did a return in in '08 and I
Mm-hmm.
won with By Faith. Yeah. So it has been a journey and I'm still here and this like what? If you should count this as an album, which we still call it a EP, it would be the fourth
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Because
Mm-hmm.
my this the first one that is
Mm-hmm.
played like every day in Jamaica is called Inspirational Hymns. It's actually on all the platforms too. If you
Mm-hmm.
put my name up and put in Inspirational Hymns, you'll find it. And
Mm-hmm.
then I did God is Enough.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did Happy Paradise in COVID. And then now we're doing this one with with a bunch of a lot of other singles in between.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So that is good. And what church do you attend? And you are actually in the Georgia area.
Okay, I go to Mount Zion,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Center in Jersey Avenue. That's center. We worship on the
Okay.
Sabbath and Saturday.
So on Saturday. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Mm, okay. So yeah. So you're right here in the area, right
Yes,
here.
man. We live in Atlanta.
Yeah, we live in Atlanta. So in case you didn't know, Rowan Clark is actually here in Atlanta. And we had him on the International Evening of Praise a couple of months ago. And he just took the show to a totally different level. And we want to encourage you, Rowan, to continue to do the Lord's work with the
Yeah,
ministry that He has given to you and granted to you. And we pray that this new escapade here will be another successful one that will be coming up for you.
definitely.
All right. Anything that you want to leave the audience with this evening before we move on?
One of the things that I would encourage everybody to do is
Mhm.
stream. Don't be afraid. Go ahead,
Mhm.
stream. Everything, we don't do hard copies anymore. Your
Right, right.
streaming, your subscription, your just
Mhm.
stream on whichever platform you rather. Some people don't do YouTube, they do
Mhm.
TikTok or they do Spotify or wherever it please you to go, it is there. You
Okay.
just put in give him thanks, Rowan Clark, and it will come up. Even if you put it in Google, it's gonna pop up and lead you
Okay.
wherever you want to. I'm sorry, you don't get to play at least once so the people can hear and not
Well,
just the
well, with the
advertisement
video,
per se.
yeah, with the video programs here, if you send me the thing directly, I play it. But once I go on Spotify and YouTube, it kind of
Or kick you out.
it don't kick me out, but
I get it.
so it's not we'd have to get a license. See, the thing about video programs like these is that
You're getting yeah, oh yeah, get YouTube. I
right,
know what you mean. I know what you mean.
But if you send me the
Yeah.
songs directly now, you know what I'm saying, then I'm able to, which you have done in the past before. If you send me the songs directly, then I could pull them up because you're here on the show and I'm actually just playing it on the show from what you have sent me directly. You see what I'm saying? So I won't get gig for that. So that's the thing here with live when you have these video programs, you know, and I hope pretty soon that it'll go ahead and allow us to just you know, yeah, if you send it WhatsApp, I could get them right even right now and you know and
All right,
play it.
1 second then. Just
Okay, we're gonna show them live technology right here. All right. Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, so this is Jamaican Explosion, Mr. Rowan Clark here with us on Monday evening, Rowan, and it's the born Jamaican one you're sending it to. Is that the one you're sending it to? Okay, see if we'll get Rowan back here. Yeah, so we're gonna wait until Rowan sends that off to me, and we'll get him up here. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll have Miss Deborah Jarrett, and she's going to be coming to us from Orlando with some updates. How you doing this evening? It's just been a pleasure to have you here with us as we go through these different stars and artists who have stopped here in on Jamaican Explosion this evening to converse with us and tell us about all the events that they're having within the area and within the diaspora. Okay, born musician. Okay, let me see here if it has already come through. Okay, all right. Okay, we're still working on that for you. So yeah, so we're expecting Miss Jarrett here in a couple of minutes, and Rowan's gonna go ahead and send that to us. Okay. All right. So next week we'll also have our episode of This is Jamaica back with us. We'll have another person here to speak with us about the This is Jamaica poetry competition that's taking place in Jamaica. The event put on by Mr. Peter Gracie himself, originated by Mr. Peter Gracie, and put on by the This is Jamaica organization. And we'll have more on that next week as we return with another excerpt from the This is Jamaica program next week. Okay. Also returning next week, we'll have Mr. KBN Brown back here on the Jamaican Explosion station with us, and he'll be bringing us another episode of The Strength to Breed. Mr. KBN comes every other week, and Miss Jarrett comes every other week, and we expect her to be on here momentarily. And we're still waiting for Mr. Barn, born musician, to send us. That's Rowan's Clark web his site to send us that song, those songs that he has for us. I see the album, but I do not see the songs yet. Okay, yeah, all right. So I will Just want to say and ask the folks, how is your evening going so far? Your night, well, actually into the night hours now. How is it going this evening with you? And what are some of the things that are happening with you? You can always call our web, my YouTube page and check in here. We'll have you chat with us on the screens. Okay, okay, Mr. Rowan. Okay, did you go ahead and send that to us, Mr. Rowan? Did you go ahead and send that to us? Rowan?
The connection is really bad. Hold on, it's reconnecting. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, I could hear you fine.
Yeah, the
I said,
connection
did
is
you go ahead
really
and send
bad.
that to us?
Say again, sir.
Okay. Did you go ahead and send the songs that to us?
Yeah, they're loading. I'll over. They're loading.
Okay. Did you send them email or did you send them on okay on okay, or did you send them on WhatsApp? Okay, so we're working on that right now with Mr. Rowan Clark and Miss Jarrett. She'll be up in a couple of minutes right here. So stick and stay and let's look out for Miss Jarrett coming up with a report from Orlando in a couple of minutes. I want to apologize for it seems like there is some restream connections that are going on here today, this evening. Not usually like that. Usually we get a straight feed, but just want to apologize to you as we bring to you the very best of Jamaica at home and abroad. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So I guess Miss Jarrett, she's on and we have her coming on here early. And I know she's coming from Orlando. We always get a good feed from her. So let's see what's going on with her. Okay. Rowan is still here. And we're going to try him one more time because we have just about 2 more minutes left with him. And then we'll bring Miss Debbie on. Okay. All right. Rowan, so yes. Okay, so you're gonna send those to me, and then I'm gonna get a chance to feature them in the coming weeks, okay? Because it seems
No
like
problem.
your connection here is and I always encourage folks that when they call in, you call in on a laptop or a desktop because you get the cell phones give us sometimes a choppy connection. Okay, but we'll have you back again, Mr. Rowan, and we'll talk to you more about this.
But yeah,
Okay.
man, we'll connect. We'll connect. We'll connect. The connection is so bad, so we will
Okay.
reconnect, man. No problem. Thank you.
Very good. Now, thank you so much. Okay. All right. Yeah, Jamaican
Peace out.
Explosion here. Peace out. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Mhm. All right, so let's see here if Miss Jarrett's going to jump on in here and see what we got. Hey, Debbie, how you doing?
Hey, Pastor Rob, I'm great. How are you?
Doing fine, doing fine. Good
Was
to.
that rolling a while ago?
Yeah, I was Rowan there for a second. Yeah, yeah, it was kind of having a little problem with connectivity there, but we're
Oh,
gonna work it out and get him back here at another time. But it's good to see you here.
thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm a little hoarse from
All right.
partying with us Saturday night. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, you still haven't gotten
Pastor Rob, we missed you.
Okay, well,
You
you
have to come and join us.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It seems like you all having the time of your lives down there in Orlando.
Well,
Every weekend is a different party.
Vittel and I tore up the dance floor. Okay,
Again,
again.
again.
Ah.
Oh, tell us about that one, Miss Debbie.
No, I'm coming on to that. Before I start, I want to
Okay.
say thanks for having me on around Florida.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
my pleasure.
Mhm.
And in all things we give thanks.
Of course, of
Uh,
course, of
and
course.
so on October 9th, we can't forget a very
Mhm.
scary night with Hurricane Milton. It
Mhm.
was very scary.
Mhm.
It made landfall near Siesta Key at a Category 3 status.
Mhm.
I live near to Kissimmee. I
Mhm.
mean, it's just like right there. And there were over 100, I think 160 tornado warnings.
Mhm.
And we continue to pray for those affected.
Mhm.
And I think 24 people passed away, and we send love
Oh.
condolences to their families.
Mhm.
We're grateful for the life spared, but most of all, we always forget to thank those that risk their lives to report to us.
Mhm.
Frontliners, I watch them. I'm like, could I do that? No.
Mhm.
I heard there were 9-foot surges, and
Wow. Mhm.
so before I begin reporting on the fun stuff, I have to give God thanks
Mhm.
for everything.
Yeah.
Mm.
Sometimes we take that for granted because
Mhm.
we when we're caught in the moment, everyone's want to say up a prayer or so and say, God, well, why do you have me here? But then when he goes ahead and he delivers us and he takes us through another valley experience or another stormy experience,
Yes, darn right.
so we don't take the time out to thank him for bringing us through, because we serve a God that can bring us through any and every situations. So yeah, it's always good to go back, and that was only a couple of weeks ago, and
Yes, that was on October 9th.
yeah,
And
and
it came out of nowhere. We're like, what hurricane? Where? it just
yeah,
it just happened.
hmm
So that goes to show you how precious life is.
hmm hmm
Don't take life for granted. Give thanks. As you said, give thanks for all things, even those we don't understand.
Right, exactly. Because there's always a purpose behind what he does or what he allows.
Mm-hmm.
Because he allows certain things at certain time. But it's the mysteries. It's
Hmm.
mystery. It is the
The
mysteries.
mystery.
It's a mystery to us, but it's not a mystery to him.
No.
What I'm saying?
It's a reminder for us that He is God.
That's right, and God all by himself.
Amen. Amen. So I'm going to get on with the fun stuff now.
Okay, all right, okay. Mhm.
Well, on Saturday, October 5th, we, the Jamaican Cultural Connection, Inc., out
Mhm.
of Central Florida, had a fun-filled evening
Mhm.
for our Pre-Heroes events.
It's National Heroes Day today, right? Too.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And we have noticed we're cultural, so we had a cultural evening and
Mhm.
scholarship awards, which
Mhm.
that's what we are for.
Right.
We're a 501c3 to give back in
Mhm.
any way we can. Anyway, yours truly here wrote a play,
Mhm.
produced, directed, and acted in it called JCC Inc.
Mhm.
Primary School. I
Mhm.
sent you some pictures for you to laugh. Oh my gosh. It was so much fun,
Mhm.
Pastor. People enjoyed it.
Mhm.
And Vittel was amazing. Your friend came and I made him come in. He was this character with the boombox and the hat backwards coming into the classroom. Oh, it was hilarious. I have to send you the video. It just came out.
Okay, all right. And
Sounds
you wrote that one? You wrote that? That's one of your original pieces?
Yes, I just wrote it for JCC. I just came up with the idea JCC primary. And the main purpose in writing that
Mhm.
was to take us on a trip of nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
how we were brought up, our generation, with manners.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We taught about proverbs, and that was hilarious. And little tips about Jamaica. Because even though some people are born in Jamaica, they
Mm-hmm.
left Jamaica and they don't know everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, why not do that? And also in writing it, my goal was to have fun and to involve the audience to answer some of the questions the teacher was asking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we had teacher Peggy, then we had Patrick, Don one who was in love with the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
I was just dry-eyed, questioning these proverbs. We had a prefect.
Mm-hmm.
We had Miss Karen, our vice president. She was, Karen Rankin.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had Robert Young, our treasurer, who we basically called Wanga Gut, was eating in the class. And they enjoyed it, and I was glad for that. We were glad. We were having fun.
So you think you will bring that perform you could bring that performance to Atlanta and in the Georgia area?
Well, of course, we'd love to.
Yeah, yeah. It sounds like you wrote quite a play. You can't just keep it down in the Orlando area or to yourselves. You gotta bring it out.
Okay.
Get a chance to experience it.
Okay, I'll let the cast and crew know because they were amazing. I didn't want to rehearse too much.
Mhm.
We only had one Zoom meeting,
Mm-hmm.
and I gave them their script,
Mhm.
and I encouraged them to ad lib, and it was hilarious. And Mr. Vittel. Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
All right.
So then, this past Saturday now,
Mhm.
our big event
All right.
where
Mhm.
the Jamaican Cultural Connections main event where we celebrated our Jamaican national heroes. And every year we pick a hero to expound on.
Mhm. Mhm.
And this year we concentrated on the right excellent Marcus Messiah Garvey.
Mhm.
And his story was highlighted by one of our esteemed members, Dr. Gershom Nelson,
Mhm.
who is a fantastic storyteller. And of course, one of our favorite quotes, emancipate yourselves from mental slavery, none but ourselves.
Can free your mind.
There you go. So you're a Marcus Garvey fan as well.
Oh yes, of course,
Mhm.
big time. We enjoy. It's we have to realize the important role that Marcus Garvey played in not only in Jamaica but also in the United States and throughout the diaspora.
Mhm.
It's oftentimes overlooked,
Yes.
and the story sometimes is not told the right way. But when we tell the story the right way, we realize that Marcus Garvey was a giant.
Yes.
He was a giant among liberators, for one, you know,
Mhm.
giant visionary, and uh, did so much during his time
Mhm.
for the liberation and
Mhm.
even with the beginning of the repatriation,
Mhm.
philosophy, so to speak. So yeah, Marcus is a big man and straight out of Jamaica, of course. you
I
know,
love that part.
yeah,
And he created the UNIA, correct?
that's correct. That's correct. Uh-huh. Hmm.
Mhm.
Which
So
we
he
still,
really
we
cared
still,
about us as a race.
yes. Hmm.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and it still is a. I've had several of the big speakers from the UNIA come on here to the program before.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we do a very. Yeah, I think it's in January, February or so. We have the Golden, Mr. Golden, come.
Oh, okay. Wayne.
Yeah, come in and speak with us and do a little thing here about Marcus Garvey and his movement. Yeah, so I'm glad they chose him this year. I highlighted him. So, what are some of the things that you're doing in Orlando to highlight Marcus Garvey?
Well, Dr. Gershom Nelson said it all.
Okay.
We had all the heroes
Mhm.
dressed up, greeting, and I said, please give them a round of applause for making the time to join us.
Mhm.
And then Dr. Gershom Nelson came and told it all about him. So that's what we did. We educated the audience and encouraged them
Mhm.
to read.
Mm.
Read. Yes.
Yeah.
Reading, I pray that reading never becomes extinct. That's how we learn.
Mhm.
We're
Mhm.
so distracted with technology nowadays
Yeah.
that we forget to read.
Yeah. Mhm.
So moving right along for that evening,
Mhm.
we had, remember when Vittel was on, he was talking about our hurricane burial relief
Yes, most definitely. Mhm.
and how we were a bit unique in the way we handled it. We didn't pack barrels.
Mhm.
We used our monetary donations
Mhm.
to partner with Kiwanis International, Caramed, and Kendall.
Mhm.
So blending, we had a fish fry. And I think last time he told you about that.
Mhm.
We sold over 200 snapper fish. It was a great turnout. It was record breaking. Anyway, everything just flowed because our guest speaker this year was Mrs. Pam Rodney White. She's the governor of the Eastern Canada and Caribbean District of Kiwanis International.
Mhm.
And she was profusely pivotal in this endeavor.
Mhm.
And we're so grateful to her. And so she was our guest speaker. And we welcomed her even before the night before we took her out.
Mhm.
And she's so down to earth, so kind, so knowledgeable.
Mhm.
And we just love her and appreciate all of that. She made sure that everything went to everyone that was designated. Her focus is on the disabled.
Mhm.
And so she made, and us as well.
Mhm.
So our donations went to the disabled. And I'm telling you, God bless everyone. But the best reward, Pastor, was to see the smile on the people's faces receiving.
That's great. Great.
Yeah, that was really, really awesome.
Mhm.
And we have a thing called On Song Heroes
Mhm.
Award.
Mhm.
We presented a young man, Mr. Justin Fortune. He received this year's Unsung Heroes. He's a young man, so mannerly,
Mhm.
brought to the community, teaches the youth, a great example for his generation.
Mhm.
I said, bring back reading.
Wow.
So I was very impressed with that, and he's well deserving, and we wish him all the best.
Maybe we could have him here on the program one day so we could speak to him about it.
Okay, I will, you and I will work everything out.
Sure.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'll write that down. So you want the play, you want Justin, I got that. Okay.
Most definitely.
But I'm going to tell you what next happened.
Mhm. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
I am very good at keeping secrets.
Mhm.
So we called up the past presidents and vice presidents. I was the mistress of ceremonies.
Yeah. Mhm.
So asked them to come forward. Madam Vice President, Mrs. Karen Lewin, was
Mhm.
very instrumental in this surprise.
Mhm.
Then we called Commissioner Michael Scott up, and we received a proclamation in honor of our founder, Claudette Bailey.
Wow. Wow.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, that's huge. Uh-huh.
Yeah, she founded JCC Inc. October 28th in 2010. So now I'm sorry, 26.
Mm-hmm.
October 26th is now Claudette Bailey Day in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Yes, and we want to again thank our Vice President, Mrs. Karen Lewin, and Commissioner Michael Scott for their hard work
Mm-hmm.
in getting this to us in time for our major event.
Okay.
Good. No, we were entertained. This is someone you might want to have on as well.
Mm-hmm.
We were entertained for dining by Mr. Anthony Lewis. Do you know him?
No, I don't think I met him. Mm-mm.
Well, I must introduce you.
That's true. Sure.
I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm.
he is a phenomenal steel pan drummer.
Ooh.
Let me tell you something. He does calypso, of course, but he does reggae, classical.
Mm.
He played Marsharia Moore. I'm looking at him like, wow. So he's here. You know, I'm a firm believer in helping, especially these young people, to get recognized.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Definitely has a gift.
Yeah, you said a steel banner. Is he from Jamaica or Trinidad or where is he from? From Trinidad.
He's from Trinidad.
Right? Mhm.
He even played disco music on the steel drum.
Yeah, I've seen it. Mm-hmm.
You think I was shocked?
Yeah, well, you'll be surprised that the sounds that come out of the
Yeah.
steel and it sounds like so many different instruments. I don't even understand how those guys could place the sound because if on the different
Mhm.
pace of the drum itself, the notes are actually on the in different spots, you know,
Yeah.
and wow, it's an amazing instrument, you know.
It really is. And the thing that I love about Anthony is he
Yeah,
doesn't just play, he wants to teach.
that's great. Mm.
And he was interviewed on Karen and I have a show called Ira Vibes on
Mhm.
RFM,
Mhm.
formerly known as Pond the Corner, but we're changing the name to Ira Vibes.
Mhm.
And Karen had him on. I couldn't be there that day, but I was listening. I was so impressed.
Mhm.
Did you know that the steel drums were created for slaves to communicate?
I didn't know, but I'm not surprised.
I know we're so innovative, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. And so we're going to help him in any way we can.
Mhm.
Yes. And then we were entertained by the one and only DJ Charlie Brown,
Mhm.
who kicked off that music. And let me tell you, I left people there dancing. I said, I'm tired.
Mhm.
Well, after Vittel and I cut up, I said, oh, I gotta go. So it was really good. The food was good,
Mhm.
well attended.
Mhm.
Everything went well. Everything flowed.
That's good.
And Madam President, Miss Lerna, your friend Miss Lerna.
Lerna?
Yeah, Miss Lerna
Okay.
received an honorary Kiwanis pin from Miss Pam Rodney White.
Mhm.
And guess who? Mr. Vittel. So they were touched by that.
Very good. Well deserved. Well deserved.
Absolutely. They worked diligently on this.
Mhm.
I'm so proud to be a JCC Inc. member.
Okay, I can see that.
I really am. That's my family over there. And coming up on October 9th,
Mhm.
the Barbados Association will have their gala in Orlando at the Rosen Center. More information forthcoming. I will send you more information on that.
You said what date is that now?
I'm sorry, November.
November. Yeah, yes.
November, not October. November 9th. Excuse me.
November 9th. Okay, yeah. All right. So
Yeah. So that's going to be a fun evening. We went last year.
yeah.
And what I love, Pastor Rob, is the way that we are coming together. We're unifying
Mhm.
as the Caribbean, not as just Jamaica, not as just Trinidad,
Right.
to each other. And we're even comparing calendars here in Orlando
Mhm.
so that we don't have conflicts, so we can support each other more.
Mhm. Yeah.
And it's all about communication. So I'm doing my part, my best as PR.
So it's inclusion, huh? All about communication and inclusion.
Inclusion. Yeah. And I have my radio show every Friday from 9 to noon, CRR FM, Wisdom Fridays. And I just wing it, whatever's on my heart when I get up.
And sometimes that's a good way to do it,
Yeah, I tried the script thing, but sometimes being so busy, I just wing
Yeah.
it. Whatever's on my heart. This last one was about forgiveness. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes, Miss Lerna is the co-host. I call her our champion co-host, and she has a segment called the Chicka Bow Wow Wow segment.
Where y'all get those names from down here in Orlando?
Not me.
So what's the Chicka Bow Wow about?
Chicka Bow Wow Wow. It's about teaching the Jamaican proverbs, little tidbits about Jamaica you may not have known, such as a lot of people, including myself, didn't realize that Jamaica is sitting on a mountain. Could you tell me about that, please? You knew about that?
Yeah, I knew about that. I think recently I've learned that it's actually an island that's sunk, and that yeah. So we're actually on the top of that's what the divers said when they went down. I don't know how far they could have gone down to know that it's a mountain, but yeah, I think I've heard something about it. I will do some investigation about it and bring it back some more knowledge about it to the audience.
Yeah, let's do that because I find that so fascinating. And I had written it into the play, by the way.
Okay, all right.
One of the lines, the prefect read it about over 1 million, how many million years ago, this mountain sank. I did my research, so I put it in there because I didn't know. And Jamaica sits at the top, and somebody says, "Suppose to drop up," but that no song was supposed to drop.
It sounds like something that a Jamaican would ask.
Yes, so wait, that don't sound good. No, man, I like that at all. So, we have one of our elders at JCC. We call her Miss Dorna. She's in a wheelchair, but you can't. She outdoes Vital dancing. She doesn't care. So she said, if it dropped, then no, get up and swim. Or wrong, I don't know.
I guess every now and then a little piece of drop on Port Royal drop a couple of times.
And Atlantis, no? In the Bahamas, right?
Yes, yeah. So so yeah, maybe there's some truth to it.
It doesn't make me feel good. I'm sorry. Especially, I think about cruise ships. How come they don't bump into? I don't see these mountains under the sea.
But but they're actually above the sea level. Yeah. But if they go deep enough, they'll probably run into these ranges that are there. Yeah.
Maximum respect to cruise ship captains and crew. I often think of the Bermuda Triangle. That used to scare me. So.
Yeah.
And that thing is real.
But you say that's Bermuda, that's not Jamaica.
No, but I'm just talking about, the mysteries of the earth,
Yeah.
the
Right.
unexplained phenomena.
Mm-hmm.
They're fascinating to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So I'm going to be doing more research on that.
Yeah. So let's find out a little bit more about Jamaica being on top of that mountain.
Is it just sitting there going like this? I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll have to do some research, Miss Debbie, about that and bring it back to the audience here. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Did Mr. Rowan drop a new album or?
He has a new compilation, and we're gonna be getting that information from him.
Uh-huh.
He has a pre-release that he's planning in Jamaica coming out pretty soon.
Okay.
We didn't have too much of a great connection this evening, but we're gonna get him back on his laptop and have him play. Since he have dropped off this evening, he has already sent some of that to me right now. So we have two new songs right here
Nice.
that I have from him. Rowan's always working hard, and he's such a great performer. If you have not seen him perform, I would definitely recommend that the next time Rowan Clark is performing within the Atlanta area or the Orlando area, that we go out and check him out. International Evening of Praise, which was in September, we had him as our lead performer, and he actually brought the place down that evening. So
really,
Rowan, yeah, we have to pack up one day, and come down to Orlando and bring our crew down there.
Please, and then I'll get Stacy, and we can talk about it.
Yes. So we have the Orlando crew meet the Atlanta crew.
Yeah, Atlanta crew meets the Orlando crew.
Yeah.
And there's a Miss Pauline Paranda.
Mm-hmm.
She sang the national anthem a cappella.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mind blowing. There's so many talented people around.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just to give them a chance.
Mm-hmm. The great thing about us is we can enjoy so many different happenings within the United States that all you have to do is take a ride up to Georgia, Atlanta. We take a ride down to Orlando, and we have so much happening here that we just need to share it a little bit. Orlando have to come up here sometimes, and we have to go down there sometimes.
Yes, we have to join forces, very much so. We're looking into that.
Mm-hmm.
Next year for Christmas, we're doing a cruise. We're going to be spending Christmas Day in Jamaica.
On a cruise?
On a cruise. I'll get more information for you on that, but that's Miss Gail Hill is in charge of that. That's DJ Charlie Brown's wife. She's a travel agent. She puts together cruises all the time, but we're like, JCC should take do a cruise. So I wouldn't mind landing in Jamaica.
But the only thing about that, Debbie, is that when I go to Jamaica on a cruise for Christmas, I might not want to leave. Because that's some of my better Christmases. I can remember I've been in Jamaica, and so.
You know what I love about Christmas in Jamaica most? Yeah. The Christmas breeze.
See it there.
You know that breeze?
Yeah, man, of course. I remember it now. We're feeling it right now.
And then while the breeze is going, the fresh pine trees, because we don't do artificial trees. Well, back in my day anyway. So I'll never forget that. That was my favorite thing, to sit on the veranda and enjoy the cool breeze.
Well, what I like about Christmas Day in Jamaica is I like the going down to the beach with the family. You know, we used to go down to the beach on Christmas Day. Imagine Christmas Day on the beach with the grandparents and uncles and everybody, and everybody just and then the food. The food that was brought down to the beach, and you share
Oh,
it, and
yes. Oh, yeah.
you know, those memories are just great memories, right? You know, Christmas in Jamaica is something that's fun. If you haven't experienced it, I would suggest audience that you book the
Yes.
next one, you know, and you know, check it out on a cruise too, but also go and spend Christmas on a whole.
Christmas, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
You will be there the whole day
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in Ochi.
Okay, all right. All right, all
Mhm.
right. So I guess we'll get some advertisement for that.
I will get, I'm going to write that down, make sure I get advertisement, and they have a payment plan.
Okay, all right. So we can start paying from this year for next year.
Exactly. That's why we're doing it for next year. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that just came about not too long ago.
Okay. All right. So Miss Jared, thank you for stopping by and giving us a taste of. I saw you had the name up. I'll just go ahead and put the name up again, and that's the name that we'll be using in the future for your segment. Uh,
Around Florida, around Florida.
around, are you gonna be just doing it around Orlando? Or are you gonna be doing it around Florida on a whole?
Oh, Orlando.
Okay, all right.
Orlando. And then if something is out of Orlando, I'll just say, we have a little
Yeah.
thing,
Okay.
just a little outside of Orlando is huge.
Yeah, it is by itself, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so, all right. So we enjoy,
Orlando is fine. It's perfect.
you know, we enjoy having you come on and chit chatting with us, and it's just wonderful. You know, as
So,
we just let it flow.
and
We let
Mikey
it
says
flow.
to tell you hello.
Who says hello?
Mikey Jarrett.
Mikey Jarrett. Okay, yes, man. Big shout. We should be having Mikey Jarrett here. You know, we keep saying that, but we need to get Mikey Jarrett on Jamaican Explosion here just to
You
find out
are
what's going on with him. Yeah.
okay.
So you
I
know,
tell you what Mikey loves doing,
yeah.
and I love to see when he posts those things.
Mm-hmm.
That generation,
Mm-hmm.
they're on Eastern Parkway in Brooklyn.
Oh man, that bring back memories.
And I said that is so beautiful to see the brotherhood, and
Mm-hmm.
they're playing Ludo or dominoes or just sitting and chatting.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
they have the record shop with the vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hear some pretty sounds there, wasn't
That's Mr. Rowan Clark sending in a lot of music here.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah, that's the audios coming in. So I'll have them for next week program, or even some for the week after that when you return, because you come every 2 weeks, right?
Well, yes. Well, we'll talk because I'm going to be incognito
Okay, all right, all right.
for first week in November.
Okay, all right. Mm-hmm.
Mhm. So that's it. And I just want to send out condolences to my cousin Vinette Williams.
Mm-hmm.
She's from Jamaica, but she married someone from Grenada,
Mm-hmm.
and his dad passed away. He was a former governor general
Mm-hmm.
of Grenada, Sir Daniel Williams. So I think it's on the 4th. Yes, the 4th of
Mm-hmm.
November will be a state funeral. So she's going down for that.
So sorry to hear.
Me too.
Okay. Well, all right. Okay. All right, Miss Jarrett, I think our time here has come to a close.
Yes, my pleasure. Wishing everyone peace, love, and happiness.
Yeah, you know, I'm getting I don't want to too much hear about what has passed in Orlando anymore. So I want to be a part of the present happenings down in Orlando.
I knew you were going to tell me that too. But I had to, you asked me to tell you about our events.
No. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Tell you.
Just hearing about it makes me want to be there to be a part of it, you know. But
I know. So it's like, we're teasing, you know, true.
yeah. But it's good. It's all good. You know,
I
and
could not tell you about like Miss Rodney White from Kiwanis. I could not tell you.
mhm.
And our proclamation. I had to share that with you.
Definitely, and I did enjoy it, and it's informative because other folks are knowing that these events are happening in Orlando. Someone
Yeah.
might want to take a trip down and experience these events in the coming future. Okay,
Yes. I'm coming up with a website soon so they can know what's going on.
very good, very good. Okay, all right, Debbie. So until next time that we have you on, you know, go ahead and take care of yourselves.
You too.
Down here, say hello to Vitel and the crew.
I
And
will.
all the Jamaica Cultural Connection crew that down there, and keep them listening to and watching Jamaican Explosion. Okay, it's great to
Yeah.
have you with us, and I love the getting the information from down Orlando so we can let the world know. Okay,
Telling you. Okay, Pastor Rob, thanks for having me as always.
all
And
right,
God bless you, family, and God bless Atlanta.
very good, very good.
Bye now.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Debbie Jarrett signing off with us until next time. Okay, Miss Jarrett. Okay,
Bye bye.
very good. Jamaican Explosion here. Okay, Mr. Rowan Clark to take us out with one of his gospel songs this evening. I'm glad you were able to join us this evening, and pray that the good Lord will be with you until. Okay, let's get sounds of Mr. Rowan Clark taking us out. Until next week, Pastor Rob signing off from Jamaican Explosion.
Sing, I watched the news today. Few more young men drop out. Sorry that to end the way, but unless they change the ways of years, it won't end no other way. So I say this time to say, young men, young girls, watch your step. I'm so sorry you were late to rest. I haven't gotten the chance to tell you to repent yet. All ye who labor and heavy laden, come unto me and I will give you rest. Said Jamaica, here we come. Down in Japan, here we come. Tell them say Amsterdam, here we come. To Mr. China, here we come, yes. Coming with a different message. Coming with a different message.
Until next week, Pastor Rob saying, see you, take care of yourself, walk good, okay?
Prepare. Don't let them bribe you and send you. For when you get caught and in trouble, they will act like they don't know you. Yeah. When you're standing behind bars, watching all